Welcome to this Skill Builder session on revision skills. Before starting your revision, you will have identified what you need to revise, created a long-term or medium-term if you are revising for a resit with only a few weeks to prepare, but adjustable revision schedule, and drawn up a realistic weekly revision action plan. For more on revision planning, see our Skill Builder session on planning your revision. Getting and staying organised is fundamental to effective revision, so set up, if possible, a quiet workstation, your revision HQ. Arrange your notes according to the chronology, order and sequence of the module. Keep a checklist of what you need to revise for each module or exam and tick off what you have completed. Adjust your revision plan if and when necessary to ensure that you revise everything you need to in time. To revise effectively, it will help to get the big picture. So take time to understand the underlying assumptions behind the module, the logic and development of module content, the order and sequence of topics, the way in which topics are linked, and the way in which the module is delivered. Understanding how the module comes together will help you understand, revise, and remember its contents. Work with your notes. Begin by organising and dividing topics or material into manageable chunks. Then work repeatedly with the material. Identify core issues in each topic. Extract key terms, concepts, points, connections, etc. Order or categorise information. Convert information into tables, charts, spider diagrams, pictures. Use colours, highlighters, post-its, whatever works for you and your preferred way of learning. Writing by hand is an effective method of understanding and absorbing information. It's also helpful to make portable and transferable notes to revise on the move, such as index cards, large post-its, memos on a phone, or short MS Word documents. The more you work with the material, the better. People commit things to memory in different ways, so much depends on what works for you. You may be an auditory learner who learns well by listening to information. You may be a visual learner, in which case you may find it useful to translate information into diagrams, charts, or pictures. Alternatively, you may learn well with words by reading and writing, in which case taking notes and repeating words or ideas in writing will be a good way of remembering. Some people may find that an object or prop may act as a good learning tool. The other factor to consider is what suits the subject matter or topic that you want to memorise, whether you are trying to remember the names of authors, dates in history, steps in the process, formula, links, cases, data or sequences. For example, remembering the structure of an organisation may well best be achieved with the help of a diagram of the company's structure rather than a paragraph of text. Depending on how best you learn, there are a few techniques that might help you memorise information. Mnemonics can be useful. Rinse out your greasy bottle in Vim, for example, is a good way to remember the colours of the rainbow, red, orange, yellow, etc. Speaking out loud may help, recording and playing back key information or explaining key theories or concepts to an imaginary class. Post-it notes on your wall containing key facts can be removed one by one as you memorise them, offering a clear sense of progress as they diminish in number. Portable cue cards, distilling topics to single A4 sheets, cue cards showing key points, case studies, examples, dates that you can memorise on the move. And of course, repetition is one of the best ways of committing things to memory, listening to, reciting or writing something down repeatedly until it is burned into your memory. You won't know how well these techniques have worked unless you test yourself, reviewing and practicing what you have been revising. You can do this in a variety of ways. You could work with a fellow student, either online or in person, testing each other. You could create question cards with questions on the front and answers on the back, formulas, dates, examples, facts. Shuffle and test yourself using these until you have memorized every answer. Free writing is a useful technique. Try 10 minutes writing continuously on a topic that might come up in your exams. This will test the extent of your knowledge as well as identify any gaps in your knowledge requiring further revision. Perhaps most important, use past exam papers, not only to practice your exam skills, working to set timeframes, but to test the extent of your knowledge and, again, identify any gaps requiring further revision. Once identified, you can adjust your revision schedule to fill those gaps in your knowledge. Finally, pace yourself. Your exam is a performance, and whilst you want to revise or train hard for it, you must also arrive at the exam in good mental and physical condition. These are useful common sense strategies. Start revision early so you can build steadily towards the exams rather than burn yourself out before you sit them. If you find out that you have to resit an exam, again, start preparing for it as soon as possible. Take regular breaks, perhaps focusing for 25 minutes before taking a 5-minute break. Plan to revise complex material when you are fresh and have a block of time. Plan to revise easy material when you have less time or when you are getting tired. Arriving for your exam in good shape will help you maximize your performance. To sum up, to revise effectively, you must be focused and well organized, find revision methods that work for you, regularly test your knowledge and move forward accordingly, carry revision cards with you and vary your revision activities so that you stay engaged. For guidance on the broader range of revision and exam skills, please go to the Skills for Academic Success website at www.kent.ac.uk/SAS, where you can book a one-to-one appointment with an SAS advisor or view more of our Skill Builder sessions, which include planning your revision and exam techniques.